Hello everybody, so I felt like the last video went extremely well and you guys seem to like it quite a bit, so I figured why not just do another one for you. We will do another quick battle, Newbilicious towers type deal thing here. So we got 5 towers that we can actually use, and I'm going to use the 4th upgrade again just so you understand. But hopefully you guys will actually understand what's going on here, and you'll learn just a little bit on, if you're a little bit of a newer player, on how to actually play versus some of the medium to better players with some of the reasonably bad quote-unquote towers. And now I don't actually consider them too bad in general. I actually think they're pretty darn good, but people don't know how to use them correctly, and that's the real problem here. So I don't recommend ever using the Ninja in general. I think the Ninja is probably one of the worst towers in the entire game. I think everything else can pretty much be used pretty reasonably effectively, except for the Ninja. I really do not see you using that effectively. I mean, even the Wizards, the Ninjas are way better than, the Wizards are way better than the Ninjas in general. So this guy's pretty good. He's got like 3,000 battle score. I mean, his win record's more wins than losses. So in general, he's not a bad player. So what's the first thing you want to do? Well, oh crap, I forgot to turn off the sound. So let's turn the sound back on. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that a little bit better. But we got my Tack shooter here, which I'm going to place extremely well. Not really, I just kind of put it wherever. And the Tack shooter is our main popping power for quite a while here, guys. You want to get like a 3-0 Tack shooter or something like that. Most levels you probably want to start off with the Tack shooter. Now, I'd like to start off with the boomerang or something like that, but we're starting off with the beginning towers here. And as stated in my last video, I'm going to kind of be a little bit repetitive here just so it kind of sinks in for you guys. I think the boomerang is definitely better than starting off with Tack shooters for the most part. For the most part, not always, but for the most part. And in general, get the boomerang as fast as possible, guys. It's just an awesome tower in general, and it doesn't cost too many medallions, so you can get it reasonably fast. As long as you win a couple games, you'll be totally set. So, what are we doing here, guys? Well, we're still sending out a bunch of red balloons, and if you're going to notice, he's not sending out any balloons versus me. So, I'm going to keep getting economy by sending out balloons. I'm getting economy by doing that. And he's sending out some crappy balloons versus me, which I can totally destroy. So no point in building any more towers yet. But you have to be defensive. You have to be ready to build any towers at any moment. So if I ever did get rushed by a bunch of blue balloons or something like that, I could easily build another Tack shooter or a cannon. And now for this level, I recommend a cannon. It obviously depends on the level and the player and what he's sending at you and what's going on. But we're doing totally fine right now. Now if we start sending out pinks versus me, Tack shooter can actually deal with pinks reasonably well, but I could probably just get one more extra Tack shooter. Even if it's like a 0-0 Tack shooter, that actually helps out reasonably well, more than you probably actually think. So getting lots and lots of economy here, that's the key, guys. So we're sending out pinks versus me, and like I said, pinks really not going to do too much damage to me, but I'm going to get one more Tack shooter just to help out. And that should make me lose, you know, way less lives than I'm losing right now, and I'm probably not even going to lose too many right now, but I probably will lose a couple. Just in general, you're going to lose a couple, but who really cares when you're getting an extreme economy and your enemy really is not going very much economy at all? He's first of all not going blue balloons, but let alone he's not even sending any balloons. And he doesn't have any farms, so he's not playing good, guys. So I'm planning on beating him around level 13. That's the plan. So when are we going to stop with our economy? Huh? Huh? Say it out loud, come on, or do we have to make it like Sesame Street right now? Say it out loud, guys. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's when we're going to stop, when we have these Newbilicious towers right here. So we have these super Newbilicious towers. I'm actually just going to send out a few more. Actually, you know what? We can stop right here. We have a 510 in-game economy. That's totally fine. Not a bad in-game economy at all. And now what you want to do is start building some of your towers, getting ready for mid to late game. And you don't want to just save up all your money because it's not really worth it to just save up all your money. There's no real point to it. You want to start spending some money because you're going to have to buy some, oh my god, I can't say this. You're going to have to spend some money to buy some towers sooner or later, so why not just do it sooner and keep your lives lost down to a minimum. So I got a 3-0 cannon right here, and while I'm at it, I'm just going to get a 3-2 cannon. What I'm going to do is also going to get one more blade shooter. And now I did this a little bit different than last time. I did not get a blade shooter last time, and what I did was I got a Tack shooter last time. And the difference here is I'm getting ready for a just-in-case huge rush that he sends versus me on level 13. Now I didn't mention this, I believe, in the last video, that you can actually get this guy up to a 2-4 blade shooter, and then whenever you need to, if he sends out a giant rush versus you, you use the ability, and the ability right here is Blade Maelstrom, and that's going to completely rock any sort of balloons that are coming out on level 13, level 15 or something, it only lasts a couple of seconds. So that's really the only problem. If you want to last like quite a few balloons, if the guy keeps sending out lots and lots of balloons in a row, you're gonna need something else that's gonna help defend. But for a huge rush all at once, Blade Maelstrom is definitely the best way to go. Now, one thing that people have told me is that I say Blade Maelstrom too much. That's completely true. I used to read it as Blade Maelstrom for like forever, and then all of a sudden I actually just because like it made sense, and I guess I'm dyslexic or something. It just made sense to me that's how it was. And then all of a sudden I realized that it wasn't Blade Maelstrom, it was Blade Maelstrom. And now I just have a hard time remembering that. So I'm going to do my best to try and remember it for you guys, but for the most part, you just gotta work with me here. I'm trying my best. So what do we got going on here? He's got no freaking camo detection. We're going to easily own him on level 12 unless he has camo detection. Seriously, I'm just going to get ready to send out camos, and lots of them in that. Lots of them. I'm going to send out 15 groups, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 should be good enough to kill him actually completely, as long as he doesn't build camo detection. And he's sending out camo balloons versus me as well, but we won. So I did not have any camo detection as well. I kind of totally forgot about that, so that was kind of a noob move by me. So just as a heads up, you probably want to get some dart monkeys and your sniper. I totally forgot about that. Don't know why. Luckily we beat him to the punch. So that's one thing that I was telling you guys earlier. Your towers are not that amazing. Your enemy's towers are probably better. But you can probably still send a really, really nice rush at him, anywhere between 8, 10, 12, 13, 15, somewhere around there, and totally rock him, for the most part. Now, really good players, probably not. Like this guy, he seems like a fairly good player, so probably not going to be able to beat him so easily. And in fact, this is kind of a bad level for tack shooters, and just a hard level in general. So we're going to have a little bit of a hard time beating this guy. The guy's, first of all, reasonably good, probably going to use a boomerang, and we're stuck with these craptastic towers right now. The one thing that I like to do is I like to actually get a dart monkey on this level. Sounds kind of weird. I put him a little bit away from the thing here and put him on last and get a 0-3 dart monkey. And that's going to actually rock a lot of these red balloons. He's got a boomerang thrower here. And I'm also actually going to get probably one more of this dart monkey, but first I want to get at least one texture. And we're going to go more economy, guys. So the thing about this level is you're expecting people to not go very, very far. So in that case, you stop early with sending out the balloons. But he's doing probably the same thing versus me, at least I assume. Yeah, there we go. He's going to send out balloons versus me, and you want to get a couple upgrades here for your tack shooter. And your tack shooter and your dart monkey in general are pretty darn good at beating some of these balloons. So now he's probably a little bit on the worried side because he's probably realizing that a lot of balloons are actually going to get through if he keeps sending them out versus me. He will get a 2-3 boomerang in time for sure. There he goes with the 2-3 boomerang. But the main problem here is that he doesn't have as much economy as me. I have an extreme amount of economy right now. I have 305 plus. And he does not have nearly as much as that. I'm guessing his economy is probably like 270 or something right now. So, I mean, yeah, okay, a couple lives here and there. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Don't worry about the few lives here in the beginning, guys. I think a lot of people worry too much about that. Now, here's pinks and stuff, and pinks can actually do a little bit of damage to me, but again, I'm not too worried about the pinks. Now, in general, when you have a bunch of reds and a bunch of pinks and a bunch of blues all coming at once, that can do a little bit of damage. But I still think you should go for more economy rather than a bunch of random crap. So, you know, a couple balloons here and there again, I'm not worried. I'm actually just going to get a lot of economy. I'm going to stop at around 400, and I'm going to get some more dart monkeys, though. I'm going to get at least one more dart monkey. I think that should actually help me to lose very, very minimal amount of lives. And that's also going to help me for level 6 when the blacks start coming. So let's get a dart monkey up now. Let's get one more dart monkey here. Put him on last. And that should help me lose very, very minimal amount of lives. 1, 2, and 3. And these guys are both rocking all these balloons. We can send out more economy. And like I said, we're going to stop around 2 minutes and 30 seconds here. It should be around 500 in general. That's a really good amount of in-game economy for levels like cards and the temple and short levels like yin yang. But other levels like rally and stuff like that, probably not the best thing to get 500 economy. You probably want to get a little bit more than that. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds, we're going to stop here. We got 500 in-game economy. He's starting to send out greens versus me though, and greens can actually overrun you quite a bit. So I'm actually going to start building some more dart monkeys here. And Gotta get this guy up. We'll actually put this guy on first for a few seconds, and now I'm gonna switch these guys back over to last. Last. And we'll put a few more of them. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm actually gonna get a cannon. So I'm gonna get a cannon, and I'm gonna get a 3-0 cannon at that. And he's still sticking with, oh wait, hold on. He still has a boomerang. So, guess what oh no, he just got it. Okay, never mind. I was just gonna say we could regrow yellow rush him and actually rock him. But I'm actually not interested in that. I'm just gonna make him build his 3-0 boomerang though. Send out a couple of these regrow blacks. Now he needs to buy a 3-0 boomerang, or he will get overrun fairly easily, actually. Okay, he's got his 3-0 boomerang. That's okay. We're gonna get our cluster bombs now. One thing you gotta worry about is camo detection, like I said. So here we're gonna get a sniper up. 1 and 1 and 1 more. And I'm also gonna worry about camo for him. What is he gonna get for camo detection? Is he gonna have enough camo detection, or can we kill him? So I'm kind of hiding my sniper in the back here. You can probably see it, but if it's blue, and if it's on like a blue part of the map too, you can actually probably get away with it sometimes. People actually don't notice it when you put it in stuff like this, and you can actually put it on like right underneath this thing too to hide it. So no camo detection for him, so we're just going to camo rush the crap out of him. And in fact, I'm actually going to sell one of my dart monkeys and send out a couple more, and he does get his up in time, but oh man, he's got 6 lives, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually just going to keep sending out camo balloons, guys, and expect him to actually not be able to kill them all with his mortar. At least that's the hope. Oh man, he's getting them all. Okay, nope, looks like we got him. So when you got down to 6 lives or something like that, mortars do not kill every single camo balloon normally on cards. So that's why we're actually able to take him out. So let's do another one here for you guys. In general, you know, sometimes the best defense is just a really good attack. And I think we had a really good attack. You know, he forgot camo detection just like I forgot camo detection last game. And sometimes you guys might think that I'm just totally an idiot for forgetting camo detection or something like that. But it's actually really, really easy, first of all, for somebody just in general to forget camo detection. Second of all, it's really, really a lot more easy for me to forget about camo detection when something like, when I'm doing something like commentating. Because commentating is an extremely distracting thing that you guys might not actually think about. Because when you're thinking about a bunch of random things and trying to explain things in your mind, you know, you kind of have a sidetracked idea of what's actually happening over, you know, in your microphone mind, and then in the Balloons Tower Defense battles mind, there's something else going on. So you got, oh man, we're not finding anybody. Hopefully we'll find somebody soon here. But, that's why it's actually extremely easy to get distracted and forget about what's going on. And sometimes I try and make things as simple as possible for me, and hopefully that'll make things as simple as possible for you guys as well. So this guy's fairly good as well. He's got 43 wins and 18 losses, so he's not a bad player whatsoever. But I think we shouldn't have too big of a deal playing with him. So we get dart monkeys, tack shooters, snipers, and cannons, just like normal. And on this level, you guys have seen quite a bit. I think this is like the 3rd time we're playing this, at least in the past few videos here. So this level should be a fairly good level for you guys to start off with. So tack shooters, boom, shakalaka, tack shooters. Like I said, it really doesn't matter too much where you pick to put the tack shooter, just in general, wherever. But I think right here is probably a pretty darn good spot. Get them up to 3-0. 3-0 tack shooters are a lot better than 2-0 tack shooters, at least in my opinion. 2-0 tack shooters in general are good, but for battles, for whatever reason, it seems like 3-0 tack shooters are just unbelievably awesome. Seems like they miss less. I don't know why. Seems like these miss less. So, he's sending out or not even grouped, he's sending out spaced blues versus me, which is not really a fantastic idea, but he's kind of a nub cake, so I kind of understand what's going on here. As far as upgrading the tack shooter, should you upgrade the range of the tack shooter? In general, probably not, but sometimes it actually is effective, for example on rail. But for right now, I mean, we're so close to the track right here, that's actually not too important. But you can also think about it in one other way. Will the tacks actually reach over here when they're missing? And yes, they actually do. So what we can do is just get one solid upgrade. It's only $100, so it's definitely worth it. And we can reach a lot more balloons that are actually over on this side over here, which is extremely helpful. Now he's got a boomerang and he's got a ninja. So what's weak versus boomerangs and ninjas in general? Well, we'll just send out more blue balloons. We're not worried about killing them right now. If we do some damage in the process of sending out lots and lots of blue balloons, it's obviously a plus. But Right now, you're not going to try and kill somebody. I think that's the main problem with a lot of noobs. They think, okay, if I'm doing lots and lots of damage in the beginning, I'm going to start winning and stuff like that later in the game, but that's not true at all. You want to go for a late game awesomeness, not an early game awesomeness. And going late game awesomeness means going economy now. So we got lots and lots of blue balloons coming out, we're spending all our money, it's working out perfect. Spend all your money as possible in these early levels. And level 6, that could be a problem, guys. Remember what I was telling you guys about level 6? Tack shooters are kind of bad versus lots and lots of grouped balloons. Sure, they hit lots and lots of space balloons, even pinks, even yellows, even blacks. They can pop those pretty easily. But black bullet or grouped greens or something, grouped yellows can actually run through. So we're gonna have to start getting ready for that, and we're gonna have to build a cannon. And now I do think this guy's noob enough to not understand that, but I'd also like to be a little bit safe and not just be a total noob cake right now and mess that all up. So what I'm going to do is build one cannon here, and the reason why I'm building it here is because I'm probably going to upgrade to a 3-0 cannon later. And a 3-0 cannon later will hit a giant radius of balloons all in this radius, even though that's kind of repetitive. There's a lot of balloons in this radius. That's a better way to put it. So now I don't have very much popping power in general, but I have a huge economy, and I'm actually planning on killing him fairly early, so I'm just going to send out that many more balloons, get around a 580 economy, about 600, and that'll make it so I'm a little bit safer in the later game. So the reason why I actually didn't stop at 2.5 minutes exactly or anything like that, like I said, that's just a guesstimate. It's not a do that or you're going to lose type thing. It's just a guesstimate of when you should stop sending balloons out, especially with that's not an all-time type of thing. It's just a noober towers type of thing. And you should stop roughly at 2.5 minutes. In general, though, if you're a newer player, 2.5 minutes is definitely a good time to stop. So now he's starting to send out Regrow blacks, and we can just easily upgrade a couple of our tack shooters here. And those Regrows, or did I say Regrow blacks, not Regrow whites? Regrow whites will not get through at all. 3-0 tack shooter is extremely good versus Regrows in general, except when you got mass, really close Regrows. So now we're gonna need something for Camo. So we're gonna hit 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 2, and we're also gonna get our sniper up, and we're gonna try and hide our sniper. So this is just a little technique that I've learned. I actually didn't come up with that, I learned it from somebody, but it actually works fairly well. You want to put it as close as possible to the right side of the map, and kind of right under this blue thing, and you can hide stuff. So look at that. I mean, like, if you saw it on his screen, could you see that sniper? No frickin' way. I mean, maybe, but not really. So now what I'm going to do is, I noticed that he really doesn't have that much camo detection, and the camo detection he does have makes things regrow. So it's explosions and not a really strong sniper. So I'm actually just going to go for a quick attack. Quick regrow camo attack. We're going to send out a couple of these guys, and then probably a couple of zebras in general. So we're going to save up for a few more dollars here, and we can just upgrade a couple of these guys. And honestly, I feel like these guys will just kind of regrow from this ninja right here, and we will actually be able to kill him with these guys. At least I think. That's the plan. You're making them regrow, and they're kind of spamming into more and more balloons, and they will overrun him fairly easily. So when you see somebody with not a lot of camo detection, but enough to pop, you know, some rainbows and stuff like that, not enough to kill the person, regrow camo is the best way to go. So we can go on and we can play another game here for you guys. Play a quick battle, play an assault. And I feel like I'm playing a lot better with these towers than random towers. I think random towers in general are just really hard to deal with. Sometimes you just get weird towers and weird mixes that don't really make sense together, and trying to make them work is just tough in general. And especially when people aren't going random with you, they're going with regular towers that they're actually used to for the past 50 games or whatnot. So, okay, what do we got going on here? We got Kubra, and he's already ready. So we got not ninjas, dart monkeys, tack shooters, snipers, and cannons. And now I'm going to try and go with a little bit of a tiny bit of a different strategy for you guys. You guys have probably seen my main strategy so far, but I'm going to go mainly dart monkeys. Mainly. And I'm going to show you guys that catapult monkeys can be effective. So we're actually going to do, what we're going to do is, catapult monkeys get really big, but when you have them in the dart monkey stage, you can actually put them really close together. So you can put them fairly close together like this, and we're going to get 3 of them, and you can put them all really close together, and get a bunch of catapult monkeys. And right now they're not that awesome, but if we get a catapult monkey like this, put him on last, he will just throw all those catapults right through those red balloons, and we can send out lots and lots of balloons at him right now. Now, this catapult monkey should be able to deal with level 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the reason why we built all those 4 dart monkeys right now is because we will get a lot of catapult monkeys all at once a little bit later. But if you notice, the catapult monkey got really, really big. So that's just a little bit of a trick that I know of that you could put. Sometimes you can fit towers a little bit easier when you don't upgrade them compared to when you do upgrade them. For example, boats as well. Boats get fairly big. And now, this is not like the best strategy ever with this catapult monkey in general for popping everything. It just pops most stuff. So I'm actually going to get 2 of them, and it's actually better if you have kind of fast balloons. And also what I'm going to do is one other thing. I'm actually going to get a dart monkey right here as well. And that's going to get any balloons that start running through over here as well. But I can also actually hit balloons over here with his little shot. So it's working out perfect. But don't forget economy, guys. Economy is important. So even though I have quite a few dart monkeys here, you can't forget about economy. And I'm eventually going to upgrade this guy, but for right now, just one regular dart monkey is doing perfectly fine. So the only real problem with these guys sometimes they actually do not go completely straight. It's kind of hard to get them to go extremely perfectly straight sometimes, but it seems like for the most part they're doing fairly well. And also, sometimes if you put these guys on, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this, targeting wise, put these guys on last. Put them both on last, for sure. And the reason why last is a lot better is because last, even if the balloons start getting over here, they will not start throwing catapult in random directions and stuff like that. They will always aim the balloon right around here, and they will always just keep throwing them down this giant straight lane right here. And the straighter the lane, the better. Now, for the most part, catapult monkeys in general are not that great on most levels, but on the rail here, we're doing perfectly fantastic. Now, this guy's going a bunch of ninja monkeys, which is not a good idea. Like I told you guys, probably the worst tower in the game, or monkey in the game, whatever you want to call it, man. Whatever. So, in general, don't go ninjas. If you can tell, I mean, look, he's almost getting overrun with grouped blues. Now, that being said, ninjas are obviously pretty darn good versus blacks and pinks and stuff like that. But for all these grouped balloons where I'm sending lots and lots of them all at once, no freaking way. Got nothing. So, catapult monkeys, if you can notice, they're doing very, very, very well. And he's got nothing versus grouped balloons still. I really don't want to kill him so early though, so I may actually let off in a little bit, but I have a super awesome in-game economy at the moment. I have a 675 in-game economy, and I'm going to just make sure I don't kill him with these grouped balloons. If I have a chance to, I will just stop sending them out. Or if I feel like I'm going to kill him. So I'm actually going to stop right now, because it looks like balloons are actually starting to get through. I really don't want to kill him. I want to show you guys how to play a little bit late game with these dart monkeys. So the first thing I'm going to do is upgrade this to triple darts, and that will shoot any balloons coming out over here first of all, and then any balloons coming out over here, which actually leak through my catapult monkeys. And now it's time to get some catapults. So we got 1, 2, 3, and we got 4 catapult monkeys all right down here, and these guys will just completely rock all the balloons in this giant lane. Look at that, guys. All these catapult monkeys going straight down that lane. It's pretty sweet, actually, to think about it. And look at that, like, they're not even getting far. Boom! It's kind of cool to look at, to be honest. And he's sending out yellows versus me, which I really don't understand too much, and he's down to 13 lives. So honestly, we're just kind of playing for fun right now. We could obviously win pretty easily with just like a Regrow rush of yellows or something like that. But what you want to do, get some Juggernauts going. So we got a couple Juggernauts going, and that'll help out a lot versus the Camo balloons. So now we got 3 full Juggernauts. And Juggernauts are extremely good because they miss a lot less. The little catapult things are actually a lot bigger, and they can go down the entire lane and pop down pretty much everything. They don't have infinite popping power, but they have a lot of popping power in general. Let me just say, it's hard. It's freaking hard to get through all the balloons of a Juggernaut monkey, especially in BTD battles. In BTD 5, okay, I can understand that. BTD 5, you can actually get quite a few balloons coming at once, level like 76, 78, and stuff like that. You know, Juggernauts don't go through everything, but in battles, for the most part, they actually do. And these guys also can beat Camo legs. So you know how I always say go with a sniper? I do say go with a sniper, but you do actually have a different type of way you could beat them. So this guy's completely good versus Camo detection. I can really, really rock him with just a huge solid Regrow rush. But honestly, I want him to send a Regrow rush versus me, just to see how well we will actually do versus it. I think we can actually rock Regrow rushes fairly easily. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build a couple more dart monkeys right here. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And these guys are all fairly well, but I also don't want Regrows to come by and have all these Dark Monkeys start shooting all the Regrows. So, you know, honestly, we'll just send out a couple ceramics versus him or something like that. We can just send out a giant Regrow rush and kill him pretty soon. I don't want to make this game go too long. It probably shouldn't last very, very long. Also, just make sure you have these guys all on last. I kind of forgot about that. Should probably leave all these guys on last, and they'll do a lot better. Sending out blacks versus me for whatever reason, maybe trying to get some economy going. Don't really know. But Juggernauts are just completely awesome in general. They're rocking everything. I know they're a little bit on the expensive side, but honestly, I have so much money, it's really not too big of a deal right now. So let's just kill him. He's not going to attack me very soon. He's probably waiting for MOABs or something like that. So, oh, here we go. Okay, some zebras. So let's see how good they do versus zebras. In general. Like, look at that. Like, it doesn't do anything. Even all those zebras. Even Regrow zebras. It's pretty much the same thing. So let's just kill him here. He's sending out more zebras. So he's just kind of a nub cake right now. So I just want to show you guys how awesome this really actually is. So let's kill him here. So we got a bunch of these guys, and then we'll send out a couple ceramics in there. And that should be obviously game over. He's just going to get overrun like crazy. That was pretty easy there, guys. And a pretty fun game in general. And we will play one more for you guys. One more. I know. Pretty awesome. Thank you. And if you haven't liked it yet, please hit that button for me. I like really appreciate when people do that for me. You guys might not think it's too big of a deal, but I honestly do. I feel like when people like my videos, it just makes me happy and makes me want to make more. So yay! So same exact thing. We're on yin yang again. I'm basically going to do the exact same strategy that I've been doing. I'm not going to invent a new strategy or anything like that, because I feel like in general, tack shooters are definitely the best way to start on yin yang with these 4 towers. Like I said, boomerangs. We put a boomerang like right here. Boomerangs work fairly well. Let's get our texture up. One other thing is low quality, guys. So I'm going to show you guys how to get to low quality just in case you haven't. So now people have problems with lag quite often with this game. And I think most people understand how to get to low quality, but let's just do it right now, just in case. So I'm actually going to wait a few seconds here because sometimes going to low quality, you don't want to do it during a game, you want to do it before a game. Sometimes it can actually cause a few little lag problems and kind of some problems. So go to settings. Then what you want to do is right click really fast on this thing and go to quality. Quality and low. That's it. And then close it and you're done. So right click and on this little box hit settings, and on the box of the settings hit quality. Right click on the settings box and then hit quality. So you got to do 2 right clicks. And like I said, it's like pauses the game, so I really don't want to do that too much. And I'm kind of forgetting how to send. I'm not even sending any balloons out, so that's not a good idea. You want to send out balloons. Like I said, I just missed my opportunity right there to get lots and lots of good economy. Because I'm trying to explain things, and just very forgetful for me. So hopefully we'll be able to catch up. We're definitely at a disadvantage right now because of that. I have a lot of extra money that I can't spend to get any more awesome towers or anything like that. Setting up pinks versus me, which pinks, like I said, don't really do too much damage versus these 3-0 boomer or 3-0 tack shooters. And eventually I will probably upgrade my not upgrade, I will probably buy another tack shooter. But for now we're okay. Actually, you know, why not? We have so much money, why not just buy it, you know? Save our lives. And keep sending out these blue balloons. And as you could probably tell, I'm just playing bad in general this game, you know. I feel like I'm making a bunch of noob mistakes. I'm getting so distracted by random things right now. So he's got a 2-3 boomerang and a 3-0 tack shooter. There's no freaking way we can do any sort of damage to him. So let's just start with our economy. Economy's doing fantastic right now. Level 6, greens. Be careful of greens. Yes, lots and lots of green balloons. You need a cannon or something like that. You know, so because I'm behind, I'm gonna still send out these balloons, but I'm just saying, in general, guys, make sure you have enough money for a cannon, for level 6. Because every once in a while you get somebody who's really smart, they won't send out any balloons versus you, on level like 4 or 5, make you think you're all safe, and then send out lots and lots of greens all at once. Textures will get overwhelmed, you won't have any money, you won't have anything to deal with it. And you can lose quite a few lives, if not lose the game from that. So like I said, I'm playing a little bit on the adventurous side here. Assuming that he really doesn't understand that greens can kill me. I know he's kind of a noob cake, but in general, just be careful. you know, somebody with 3,000 battle scores can understand, probably going to understand that greens can actually kill you. And 3-0 textures can own blacks pretty easily as well. Pretty easily, but not fully. You know, every once in a while you're going to get a couple leaks here and there, especially when lots and lots of balloons start coming from the other side as well. At least on Yin Yang. Some other levels you can actually take them out pretty easily, because textures in general are just good at popping lots and lots of weird balloons like blacks and pinks and yellows. So, I'm actually going to stop sending out economy right now. I actually have an extreme economy right now, so I went crazy with my economy to try and catch up. And that's not always recommended, but it's okay. We still have 100-something lives, which is more than normal. If you notice, if you go back to my other games, normally I have a lot less lives now. So, we'll get one cannon here. I'm actually going to get it up, put it on close, and that's going to make it shoot right here, and all the cluster bombs will actually cluster all around everything. So thinking ahead, guys, what are you going to get with a cannon? You're probably going to get a cluster bomb late game. So, I'm actually not going to get a cluster bombs right now, because I'm going to go for a level 13 rush, probably. But, that being the case, it's Dart Monkey time. So, like I said, my first game here, I actually messed it up a little bit. Okay, so this guy's going with the yellow rush, so I'm going to get cluster bombs. He understands a little bit that these tack shooters are actually not extremely good versus lots and lots of balloons. So, cluster bomb it is, and cluster bomb will take out all those yellow balloons, and he's kind of wasting his money right now. At least as far as my level 13 rush is assumed. So, now we can get our dart monkeys at 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And just in case you guys didn't know as well, there is upgrades, so you can use the hotkeys for upgrades, which are period and comma. Period for the right side and comma for the left side. I'm going to get asked that question quite frequently. Level 12, Camo Balloons. So, level 12 is Camo Balloons, so you gotta be careful versus Camo Balloons, of course. But guess what he's weak versus? Regrow Balloons. So, I'm just going to... Oh yeah, guess what, guys? Of course. Of course. What did I forget? The first time I forget, that's what happens. And we'll be able to take these guys out fairly easily. He will not overrun us with any of those balloons. But I will also get one more here, just to be safe, put it on strong, and we'll pop all these lead camos fairly easily. And, I don't know. That third boomerang scares me a little bit. Yeah, so now he's got 3 boomerangs, and boomerangs, like I said, guys, they're better than what I have. And normally you're supposed to go for a level 13 rush, and I did rush him, on time, which I got distracted. Of course, again, I got distracted. If I rushed him on time, I would have been able to take them out. But for now, we're going to have to go with something else. We're going to have to think outside the box here. And outside the box is waiting until level 18. If I need to, he sends a huge rush versus me. We can get 4-2 cannon. I'm saving my money right now. He doesn't understand that I have this much money. And he probably doesn't have too much money either. So now I can send out a MOAB versus him first of all. Because a MOAB is extremely, extremely good versus boomerangs. So I'm probably going to send out 1 MOAB, and then while they're all distracted at shooting the MOAB, I'm going to send out a bunch of Regrow balloons. And the type of Regrow balloons is not going to be just regular spaced Regrow ceramics, but clustered ceramics. So clustered Regrow ceramics. So we're going to get ready for that. We're going to send out 1 MOAB, and then clustered, fast cooldown ceramics, and we should be able to rock this guy fairly easily. I really don't see us losing very easily. Now, you know, you could be saying, like, he doesn't really have good camo detection, which is understandable, but, honestly, I'd rather not take a chance. I'd rather go for, like, almost for sure win type of thing. And I feel like the MOAB should be able to kill him fairly easily, and I don't think he can take out all these fast Regrow ceramics, though it does look like he's taking them out. Looks like he's taking them out fairly well, actually. So now we just gotta rely on the MOAB to actually kill him, which I'm really hoping he's going to. Because... oh man, that was a close one. So luckily we sent out $10,000 worth of stuff against him before he actually sent out stuff versus me. So we beat him to the punch again. Remember that, guys. Beat somebody to the punch when you have stuff like this. Even though it looks like I probably lost, or I was gonna lose, we barely beat him, because I sent out the MOAB first. So, that's gonna be it for this video. Obviously, if you guys want to press like for me, I appreciate that. It would make me kinda happy. That's all I got for today's video, and hopefully we'll get some more up soon if you guys get some awesome likes for me. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day.